I expose the most dangerous cult in America. Let's run it.
Scientology building, and inside it houses what people call the most dangerous cult in the world. Very security.
Yeah, I've heard. Wait, let me be very clear here. I am not disrespecting any religions or anything like that, but I have heard people will join Scientology and they'll give like all their money. Like there's different tiers, and because I think you buy like, to my knowledge, I think you buy like courses, and you can spend like millions of dollars on this.
And over the last year, I've been secretly infiltrating Scientology in various different locations, all in search for my lost cousin and to find out what happens beyond their doors.
Yeah, because it's so almost like secretive. Like I've seen those videos where they'll just, like, people go in there or like try to go in the buildings and they'll just shut the door automatically.
I was at the receiving end of physical abuse. Had I tried to get up and just leave, I would have been physically restrained. I saw it happen to other people.
You don't gotta stalk me from a distance.
There is not an inch of that outside that they cannot get down to a mouse's hair. You know what I mean?
Growing up, I had this cousin that my family said was in a cult, and up until recently, I never thought twice about it. But when I was recently told that he dropped everything and moved down to Clearwater, Florida, where the Scientology headquarters
that's big down there.
Is, I started to wonder what was actually going on. And I didn't know it yet, but what I was about to do would get me blacklisted from Scientology and explain why critics and former members describe Scientology as a destructive cult. My goal was simple: sneak inside of Scientology and try and find my cousin. To get inside, you have to get rung in by a security guard.
They're always trying to like recruit people, but why does it need to be this secret thing if you're also trying to get people? It's like a weird like secret society or something.
We get in the elevator, press floor 5, and are greeted with the visitor center.
Excellent. Okay. All right, you guys fill out this card right here. You can prick your finger on it with blood.
I'm sorry.
No fucking way. That's real.
What did she just
That had to be a joke. No way.
say? Was that even a funny joke? That was f***ing weird. They make you fill out this form with all your personal
Bro, you gotta put everything. Your passport number. Bro, no fucking way.
information like your address, your phone number, email, your full name, everything you could imagine. It felt like I was getting an ID from the DMV. Like, it was pretty intense. But she goes on to show us the information center and introduce us to the self-guided tour.
Watch the introductory one first.
Like the analytical mind.
She goes on to show us this film introducing us to Scientology's beliefs. And at a first glance, it doesn't seem that crazy. But that's because they're only showing you what they want to show you. They frame themselves as a self-help organization, helping you get better at communicating.
Yeah, because a lot of it, you're just buying courses.
Dealing with anxiety, things of that sort. But as you pull back the covers, you'll start to realize how insane their belief set is.
Not what you expect.
Because in the 1950s, a failed science fiction writer, L. Ron Hubbard, who's actually the creator of Scientology, claims that millions of years ago, a galactic overlord named Xenu brought billions of aliens to Earth, dropped them in volcanoes, and blew them up with explosives. Those alien spirits are
And that's the same dude that started Scientology.
called Thetans and are believed to attach themselves to humans to cause all your problems like anxiety, addiction, emotional pain. And the only way to get rid of these Thetans is through a process that only Scientology can fix through these processes.
So you can pay them money to sell you a course, and then that'll fix your addictions. And I mean, I know a lot of religions have resources and whatnot, but I don't know, Scientology, I don't know.
Is called auditing. It involves paying hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you have to give them all the money. Like, you probably step into any Christian, Catholic, any church, right? And like, they'll just help you or send you somewhere to like where they have their resources connected to like a local help group or something like that.
To get counseling within the church using, quote, pseudoscience garbage and mind-altering interrogation techniques. But how could my cousin have fallen for any of this?
It's a great book. You're probably
Like, I always see those videos of like those those mega church pastors being like, oh, there was that one video in specific. It was like, oh, Jesus wants you to give me 10 grand. Send me that 10 grand in Cash App, and there's going to be Jesus will put a Cadillac in your driveway tomorrow. Or something like that. But like, you know, anyone on the outside's like, yeah, it's obviously a scam. But it starts off as like that slow, like, yeah, we're gonna help you with whatever, these are all the benefits, and then once you get roped into that, it's like, oh, now give us your money, and then people do that.
I read it numerous times.
Yeah.
My mom and dad read this hot off the press in 1950.
Really? Yeah, so you grew up in this then?
I did.
What's it like?
Totally different.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I've been working here for 49 years.
Really? How old are you?
64.
No, you're not.
I felt so at home, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, I want to work here, you know? So
That's
my
cool.
mom and
When
dad
did you start working here?
1975.
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes on to tell me about how she grew up in the church and worked there since she was a kid. But I still wondered, how could my cousin have gotten sucked into this? It wasn't until I bumped into a Scientologist in the elevator.
Yeah, that's what I wonder about Scientology, because it's like you have people like that, but then you hear other stories of people going missing, but then you hear other people of like, oh yeah, they're involved, they just give a lot of money, they pay courses, and then other people, it's like they're forced to live in like, I wouldn't say a camp, but like certain homes. I don't know, like I don't understand.
When I realized how they view this place.
But I've been here 40 years.
No way. So you live here?
I live in Miami.
Nice.
You guys just started.
You literally just walked in. Worth it?
And the good thing, it's all applicable.
And so I walked out of that door and was not prepared for the amount of emails and phone calls I would receive over the upcoming weeks.
Hello, Matthew?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
Hi, this is from the Church of Scientology. The reason for my call is I'm curious to know when you'd be coming in.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, if you give them your phone number, they do not stop calling you.
Oh yeah, it's like car dealerships. Once you give them their number, you're roped in.
You will be emailed and
They won't stop.
mailed things for the rest of your life.
Hard sell means caring enough about the individual to get him through the stops and barriers preventing him from signing up for his services.
Yeah, no problem. What line of work do you do?
No one in Scientology thinks that they are fooling or conning or deceiving anyone.
After going to Miami Scientology,
No, I mean, because there has to be some sort of justification to do what you do. And especially if you're just like a member and you're the one trying to recruit people, like you're mainly just going to see the positives.
they eventually stopped calling me. So I flew out to California to go to one of their most famous bases. The plan was simple: infiltrate the Scientology building in LA and see how far I can get, all while searching for my cousin. But as you'll find out, things will take a dark turn.
Bro, look how many cameras, there's cameras everywhere. We're being watched right now.
Oh my god. It's so weird. Every single tall building in this area has a bunch of windows open, their curtains are open. But the Scientology building,
That's just blacked out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why? That's weird. I don't understand that. It's like it's like, oh yeah, come join us or whatever. But we're gonna block off all our windows with curtains and blankets and cardboard.
the windows are all foggy, you can't see outside, and it's just so bizarre that they can't let the real world
What are they doing in there? That's what I'm saying. Why is this so secretive?
know what's going on inside. Look how many people are there. All these inside, like look in the parking lot. So we're driving through, but low-key I'm scared that they have like cameras looking at the street. So I'm covering my face with this sweatshirt so I can't see. It's funny looking back at this footage because I had absolutely no idea how insane Scientology security is.
They just chilling on the roof? What the fuck they have to do? I mean, I like those don't.
Which will soon play out.
Oh my god, we're actually in the parking lot. They're literally watching us right now. Oh my god, we're so close. Oh my god, she's on the phone. Yeah, go right. How are you? Save yourselves, guys. How are you?
It's like, why? Why the security? Why the people on the roof? Why the boarded up windows?
Just filming.
Seeing these people walking made me think back to my cousin. Is this really what he left us all for?
How are you? Just passing by for the third time today. Excuse me, sir. Why are all the lights blacked out in your buildings? What are they doing there? Can you answer anything?
And the more we asked questions, the more they began running inside.
Are you a Scientologist? Why do they literally...
You think they're just like scared? Because if you grow up in that, right, and you're a part of that and you get manipulated, like, does a part of you is like, damn, this is fucked up? Or like, yeah, this is weird. It also seems like you're just so roped into it, it's normal for you. Like, you don't know any other way of life. Does a part of you wonder, like, damn, I wonder living on the outside of this would look like?
They're trained to run away. Excuse me, sir, are you a Scientologist? Oh, you are?
But why do they train them to run away, quickly close doors, have the windows boarded up? Like, if they keep, like, really wanting people a part of it. To me, like, as someone, like, on the outside, that would just be, like, a really big turnoff.
Why are all the windows blacked out?
Well, there's activities going on inside.
There's activities going on inside?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
There's a lot of activity.
Well, the bridge
Like, what? Like,
to total freedom in Scientology is the central theme of what everybody there is kind of trying to do. It's the series of steps you have to walk through in order to attain personal spiritual freedom and immortality. People pay a lot of
oh, is that the end goal? To be, like, immortal? Not, maybe not, like, the physical sense, but, like, the spiritual sense? And so you pay the money to ascend?
money to achieve that, which is why at the end of the day, it's really just kind of a scam, because how do you sell somebody immortality? The process to get through all the
Well, yeah, because if you look at other religions, Catholic religion, or the Christian religion, where it's like you have heaven and hell. My understanding of it is if you have Jesus in your heart, then you will go to heaven, right? And you follow what he does in the Ten Commandments and follow what he says in the Bible. But the difference is no one's forcing you to pay millions of dollars to do that. You know, I know there's like the, you know, churches will ask for donations and whatnot, and that's fine. I think where the line gets crossed, though, is where you have those like megachurch pastors actually just like lying to you and telling you like, oh yeah, you give $50, Jesus is gonna give you back 10 times that. It's like, bro, at this point, it's like, now you're just lying. As I said, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying you can go to church for free. You don't have to spend a dime, and it's fine. But with Scientology, it almost seems like to be a part of it and to like move up in the ranks, you have to spend money.
levels of Scientology is enormous. It takes years. And there are thousands of different individual routines or processes that can be run on you with another person, an auditor. You go into a room with them, they have a series of questions or a series of commands they're going to issue to you, and your job is to answer or comply. Often these questions or commands are given repetitively, and it can get mind-numbing running these things for hours at a time.
Like they're just interrogating you for hours to be a part of it. Is that like to make sure they're not like you're not trying to bullshit them?
And this induces trance states and other
Like an interview almost, where like Scientology would try to sell themselves, so they're trying to figure you out too, and trying to get you into that flow state. I see.
altered states of consciousness and introduces all kinds of fun stuff when it comes to thought reform, but we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah, because from going on the someone from the outside to then like being the type of person to like run away and like shut doors and justify having your windows boarded up, like you have to have some sort of mindset shift. I walk there, be like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? You know?
Waiting for a courier to pick me up.
You all right?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm just waiting for a courier to pick me up. He's going to pick me
How
up.
long have you been a Scientologist?
Since 1967.
1967? Do you like it?
Yeah,
Okay.
without reservation.
Why does everyone run away when I
How much money do you think this guy just dropped on this?
ask questions?
Well, they won't want to run away. They were just busy people. That's all.
Bro, but every single video I've seen on Scientology, they're all just busy. Like, oh, what?
Oh, they're busy people?
Busy doing what?
Something about the place and the people that we encountered was very
Does the same thing apply when you try to walk in their doors and they just shut them right away with some button. They're just so busy they have to close the doors on you.
Off-putting. And all of a sudden, the security guard came up to Nico on his bike.
Excuse me, why are all the windows in this building blacked out?
Hey, sir. What's your name?
My name? JaquaviWavy@gmail.com.
JaquaviWavy@gmail.com. Crazy.
I'm just going to tell you now, I'm giving you an official trespass warning.
Is it a trespass warning?
Back onto our property.
Oh, well, we're on the road, eh?
I know, but you drove through the parking lot. That was private property.
Oh, we were just curious to join Scientology.
You not come back on the property and you start trespassing.
Yeah, but all he's asking is like, why are the windows boarded up? And like asking people, do you like Scientology? How long you been a member? Doesn't seem very welcoming to me.
All right, we won't.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, since he only gave Nico a trespass warning, that didn't mean I couldn't go inside. So we're parked right down the block right now from Scientology because obviously if they see the van, they're literally just gonna crash out on me for showing up. So we parked down the road in this parking lot to like a store, and I'm getting out and I'm walking in. On a real note though, this is the last time that you guys will ever see me before I'm a Scientologist. And I don't talk to you guys. I give them all my money and I sign the billion-year contract.
Is there a fee to get in? Like an entry fee? Or probably not. Probably not. Because I think that I wouldn't think so. I'd say like once you're like in it for a few months maybe, and then they're gonna be like, hey, we have these courses. You can be immortal. And then that's where they get you.
Start worshiping L. Ron Hubbard, the science fiction.
When you say it like that,
You know what? Really, I do gotta say, Matt, like, you know, like this little time I've known you, bro, like, it was, you know, you were something. You know what I mean? you were a person.
You really mean that?
You were a person, bro. You were a person.
You really mean that?
I mean that full-heartedly.
I appreciate that.
I got you, bro. I got you.
damn, actually.
In my heart, I would let you go to the cookout with me.
Oh my god.
I'll let you go.
Yo,
just make it out alive, bro. Just make it out
It's
alive.
time, guys. Sneaking into Scientology alone. I began my treacherous
Yeah, but wait, did he have to make an appointment before, or did he just walk in? I don't remember.
walk down the streets of LA and eventually came across a Scientology building. I wasn't able to buy a secret button camera in time, so I had to improvise and stick my phone inside of a fanny pack with a hole cut inside. I walked inside and asked them to take the personality test.
Okay, so you only have 30 minutes.
Oh, that's what it is. The personality test. I forgot. Okay, yeah. It's such the personality test. Yeah. Okay, now I'm remembering. This. I've seen a different video on this shit.
Minutes when it's done, you're done. This is fresh paper, just in case you can't use calculator.
Calculator? Okay. Well, this is a personality test, not no fucking math equation.
Okay, ready? Sounds good.
I sat there for approximately 15 minutes, answering some extremely personal questions. And
Really want to know what they ask.
if you do any research and look online, you will see the overwhelming amount of criticism and controversy from actual psychologists claiming that this test is partly incoherent or openly judgmental, this instrument must be regarded as completely unreliable, is not a genuine personality test.
You know, I think the best way to determine this is just see what Clash of Clans town hall they are. Not even the town hall, but like, here's the question, right? Say, hypothetically, if you were at town hall 12, are you the type of person to have that shit maxed or rushed? That's the fucking question right there. Because honestly, that'll determine everything about your personality to me.
The point of the personality test is to get you to open up so that you will tell them the thing that you think is ruining your life, that they will then tell you.
Oh, so then they can take your answers, use that against you, be like, okay, these are the courses that you have to buy later down the line. That's what they're gonna do, chat.
They have the solution for.
As you'll find out, I wasn't even able to take the whole Scientology personality test because their security is f***ing insane. So as I'm sitting there taking the test, Nico and the boys walked around the Scientology campus. Mind you, I was never seen with them ever on camera, and there was about 30 minutes in between me walking inside and them going to the outside. But watch what happens. Yo, this is f***ing nuts. Look at that. As they walked down the street, all of the Scientologists cleared out of the public areas and ran inside.
You're making.
Yeah, like, are they all busy? Like, in that second, the second people, like, start walking around, they just, like, get busy.
Bad public repute for the church, and therefore you're now an enemy.
Are you okay, miss? Are you okay, miss?
Listen, if I were to join Scientology, I'd go down to Clearwater and I'd scope out the area, right? I'd want to see the area, right? Because if they only have buildings like LA, Clearwater, I'd want to go on a little vacation, right? And fuck LA, I'd rather go to Florida, right? And I'd walk around, I'd want to check out the neighborhood, right? But then if I start walking around and shit, and then I see this big ass building, right? I'm like, oh wow, that's whatever. But then all the windows are blacked out. I try to talk to people, and they're like, they just run away from me. Like, that, there's no interest in me fucking joining this shit, because it's just weird. But you also want to recruit people? Strange.
Don't answer. She said something. She said, yeah. You okay? Are you okay? Why do these people not answer?
Just remember, gentlemen, know the other terms real fast. I gave you the trespass warning yesterday.
We're not.
Bro, he's on the other side of the... Unless they own that whole entire... I think they own, like, the whole city, essentially.
The property, are we?
Well, you just stepped onto the doorway there. But
oh, okay.
Give you the trespass warning newly.
Yeah.
You guys please respect that.
Yeah.
So here we're good. Yeah, you're fine there. Thank you.
All right. You gotta go to Turkey.
Bro did not just tell me he needs to go to Turkey.
Get that hairline fixed.
And remember, while they were outside doing all of this, I was inside.
Yeah, my hairline's kind of fucked. I'm not going to show it, because I have to take off my headphones and my hat. No move. No fucking move on Turkey.
Taking the personality test. And shortly after, somebody came into the room that I was taking the test in and told me that I needed to leave because I was with the people that were outside. And of course, with my luck, my phone stopped recording because it overheated, but I managed to get this as I was walking out the door. I'm sitting down taking the test. All of a sudden, the same security guard from yesterday comes inside. He's like, "Hey, sir, I know you're with the people outside that are filming. You have to leave." I'm like, "What? Filming?" He's like, "Yes, sir. There's people outside filming. I know you're with them."
I would have said, boy, all those actions you took with the blanket over your head, wow, that sounds a little extreme. And yet it wasn't enough, was it?
Yeah.
I think it's impossible.
How do they know? You think they're just second guesses? Because if you had the blanket and they weren't seen together...
Possible to overestimate how paranoid they are.
Because over the next year, saying their security is, and eventually get blacklisted from Scientology altogether. Why are they so secretive about what's going on inside? So I made my way up to their public visitor center on Hollywood Boulevard, and almost instantly... Hey.
Hi, no camera, sorry.
Oh, why?
That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm fucking saying! It's like, why? Why?
Jesus Christ, bro.
Like, how? That is the most unwelcoming thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I feel so bad. They look scared of us. Like
what are they doing in there? Now I'm so curious. Like, I've seen whatever. I really fucking love this video. I'm invested. I'm so invested.
No cameras allowed inside, sir? Are there no cameras allowed inside?
He just looks away from him.
Oh. These guys pretended that I didn't even exist.
Wow. So fucking rude.
Which made me wonder even more what was going on inside. So later that night, we planned to storm their base. Gentlemen, it is probably my 50th time back at the Scientology building here in Los Angeles. I'm going to the Sea Org headquarters. It is dark out right now, but it's only 8 o'clock, so they should still be open. The game plan is to walk around and see if they run away from me through their facial recognition cameras.
Cameras were put on the top.
They have facial recognition cameras? Bro.
Of the building that can see out miles.
So right across the street?
Miles. There's definitely people watching those cameras like fucking 24/7.
It's a Scientology building. Let me make this clear. I'm not gonna bother any of the Scientologists themselves. I'm more so curious about how their security works.
I would say it's pretty good because last time we came...
For sure. If they're that fucking paranoid to where they're gonna slam the door in your face when you try to walk in, their security is good.
Came here, you had your face completely covered. They had no idea you were with us. They found out it was him. They told him to get out while he was taking the test.
Theoretically, they can see us right now because we were within a 3-mile radius. So we made our way towards the building to see if we could find my cousin. Oh God. Building right beside us is the infamous Sea Org. It has the most powerful Scientologists.
Like, do they not have phones? Like, they can't talk to people on the outside?
The people that live here devote their whole entire lives to Scientology.
You live there, work there, breathe there. It's like being on a military base. There is no other life. You don't have friends, you don't have weekends, you don't have a house you go to at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I've also heard people, like Grant Cardone is a Scientologist, but like he still lives his life. That's what I'm saying. Like there is like, is there levels to it based off like how much money you put into it? Like if you put in a certain amount of money, like there's a lot of people who are Scientologists, actors, musicians. Like, is it to where like if you're just like base level Scientology, you don't put any money into it, you're like kind of just like born into it, or you get recruited from like an early age. You have to like live with them and work with them, rather than like if you put a shit ton of money into it, you could still live your life. Like, is that how is because that's kind of what it seems to me.
Most people don't even have a car.
Behind me is the Scientology building. It is known as the most infamous cult in the world. What's up, man? How are you? We already got security on us. What up, man? How are you?
Good. Oh, just taking a stroll on the sidewalk.
You're good. Can I help you? All right, by the way, we're already being followed. It has been about 2 minutes.
Keep going. Bro, like,
approximately outside the building.
He's not doing interviews, but I was just talking to him, so he seems to be pretty hostile.
Interesting. And he's walking that way.
Bag of fucking yeah, you rag. Yeah.
Oh God, no. Let's be nice, guys.
No, fuck him.
That's not the message here, bro.
What is the message?
To be understanding of the people that are inside, bro.
Oh, yeah, no.
Respect.
No.
Yeah, but there's no understanding. Because they just like tell you to either keep moving or just slam the doors in your face.
No, it's not fuck him. It's
not.
You know, to all of you that are stuck and want to get out, prayers to you. Real prayers to you. But to the little fuckers that are, you know, trying to hide this shit and trying to keep the secret from everyone, fuck you guys, all right? Okay? And I stand on that.
JC does not know what he's talking about.
I have no clue what I'm talking about.
I appreciate the concern, bro.
I worked for 8 years as a course room supervisor, which is like a teacher position. And it's a business model. So you understand when I say delivery, it's like that's the courses, that's the auditing, right? Then when I joined the C organization, when I was 25 years old, I moved down to Los Angeles and I oversaw all of the delivery of Scientology, all the classes and all the auditing for every church in the Western United
How many is there? Is it just Florida and LA?
States.
How much money did you make when you were working there?
About $20 a week.
$20 a week. And that's crazy because there's like so many people that put millions of dollars into this shit. And you got 20. What the fuck do you do with $20 a week?
Average.
But do they, I would imagine they also provide housing too?
At average.
Chris worked there 24/7.
And you're probably working like 80, 100 hours a week too. And that's fucking crazy.
And only made about $20 per week. But somehow, as you'll see, that's not even the craziest thing he tells us.
For a cult, though. No, don't do that, bro.
Beautiful building. By now, we can assume that they've...
Like, do you think everyone's making 20, like that security guard's making $20 a week? How's that even legal?
Already used...
Oh, probably because it's with like a religious thing, maybe? I don't know.
My facial recognition data. I already know who I am. And as we walk down the street,
yeah, because they probably don't even pay taxes. I don't know how it works with religion and taxes, but I know like they get a lot of tax breaks.
Security guard ominously followed us from a close distance. I would argue that the security guard is almost harassing us by the way he's following us.
It starts with, you asked about this sauna program. This is their detox program. But the idea is that you sweat out the toxins that your body is
You sweat out the outside world.
carrying around in the fatty tissues of the body. Utter pseudoscientific garbage. This program
Sauna actually has a lot of benefits. Sauna. Move.
calls for not only do you go into a sauna for up to 5 hours a day, but you are also
5 hours? Crazy. I think like 20 minutes max. I don't even know if it's safe at that point. What the fuck you trying to sweat out for 5 hours a day? You're really trying to sweat out the outside world, aren't you?
also get
and those ideologies.
And mega doses of vitamins and minerals, which supposedly are being...
Like that weirds me out so much, because I just envision like everyone standing in like a straight line, everyone gets a little cup of vitamins, fucking just pop, 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 like, it's so weird.
Sweat out of your body, so you have to replace them, and up to 5 grams of niacin a day before you go in.
What the fuck is that?
To the sauna, and this is really borderline toxic levels of niacin intake. What happens when you take niacin is your capillaries open up and your blood's going, and you get red. This is actually dangerous for people because symptoms.
Why? What's the thought? Like, there has to be some sort of thought process behind this. Like, are you just trying to make people sick so then you have more control over them? Because it's like, I want to make you sick, but we're also going to take care of you at the same time. So it's like that weird manipulation.
Of heat exhaustion or heat stroke will be mistaken under Scientology's belief system as you running something out. You know, they really use this to confirm their pseudoscience, but none of this, it means anything. But people pay thousands of dollars to do this, and this is done.
How? Why? I don't, and I get it's a slow process of that manipulation. It starts off with the personality test and how can we help you, but then it's like, it's just sad to hear so many stories about manipulation, you know, within anything but churches and all that, you know, because it's so hard to get out of, because they also do so much, you feel like they do so much good for you at the same time. So it's hard to justify leaving, because it's like, it's one of those toxic relationships of, like, if I leave, I have no one. Like, the only thing, like, this is my family here. You know, they take care of me. They give me food. They give me housing. They give me everything I need. If I leave, I have no one. You know, it's just fucking sad, man.
And repetitively with people now, people have died doing this program.
The security guard sat there and stared at us while we would talk before eventually walking away to protect his sheep.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Scientology.
Good evening.
Mr. and Mrs. Scientology, hello.
I apologize for my friend.
I'm just
So, like, do they... Yeah, they must live there, then.
saying hi.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can understand the black, like, the windows being covered up. At the same time, it's weird, because, like, wouldn't you want sunlight in your fucking room?
It's fine. They said it's fine. I'm just saying
You
hi.
guys high ranking?
Yeah, they're nobody.
How long you been
Oh, yeah. They're high-ranking, for sure.
in here?
Oh,
They're not high ranking. I feel bad for bro. We are making his job hard. We gotta make sure we're not, you know, talking some sense in anybody. Look, this guy's talking to everybody. Hey, watch out for them. Don't talk to them.
The Church of Scientology may well be one of the most paranoid and security conscious organizations on planet Earth. They got weapons lockers. I mean, they've got shit there, right?
We do this because we love making videos for you guys. We love actually getting to the bottom of things and figuring things out and being able to...
Yeah, and it's one of those things, too, of, like, you know, like, if one person were to step up and try to leave, like, they'd be worried they, you know, whatever punishments, you know, would be onto them. But, like, if they all decided, like, fuck this, you know, power in numbers, like, they'll be good.
Present you guys with the most broad view as you possibly can see. Maybe get you thinking a little bit. Although I do see an infrared camera right in those bushes. It's catching all of the fucking license plate. And now they even have these banners up blocking the view of the cars.
Someone was in a car in that parking lot. It was a massive problem. Overnight, it went from a slack bullshit security to a fucking security force that actually was on the
We
job.
got one on the pole right
This is so fucked up.
there. We got one right there. It's following us. It's tracking us. We got an infrared camera right here. Infrared camera on the tree, angled at license plates and all the people walking by. And the entire time, we were being thoroughly watched by their security, which makes me genuinely wonder if my cousin even thinks twice about what's going on around him. Because to an outsider like me, this is extremely strange.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I would imagine, I forgot how long he said his cousin's been in that, but it seems like years, and it's like, you get to the point where it's like, oh, Scientology's my family, Scientology gives me everything that I need, like, I don't need my other family, I don't know. And I'm sure he thinks about him, but when you get so manipulatively roped into that, it's like, it's so hard to break that mental barrier. You're almost like a different person.
And unsettling. Holy. We got Scientologists on the roof. Yo, what the Are we gonna get sniped or something? Like what? That sea's up to 3 miles away. One of these. Have you seen any abuses within the Church of Scientology?
Yes, I saw abuses within the Church of Scientology. I was at the receiving end of physical abuse. I was at the receiving end of sleep deprivation, food deprivation, what could certainly be called food of substandard quality being served to us over, extended periods of time. It wasn't starvation level, but it was certainly abusive. And I think being assaulted constitutes abuse. That happened to me. And I was labor trafficked. I was moved around the state, and I was made to do work for menial or no wages at all for the Church of Scientology for, again, an extended period of time in an environment where I was sequestered away from my family, my wife, and any other significant contact for 3 years straight. That was when I was doing a program called the Rehabilitation Project Force, and that program was done in Los Angeles in the middle of Hollywood. And I might as well have been on Mars for all the access I had to the outside world. I was in a prison of belief more strongly than I was in a guarded door. I didn't need a guard at the door, but just so you know, there was a guard at the door. And
it's hard to hear this and believe that it's real. Like, I know it is, but it's just so insane to me that people get manipulated and roped into something like this, and then they're like forced to do terrible shit, and they barely feed them. They make them go in a sauna for 5 hours a day. They just give them enough to survive. It's crazy to think about.
There were security cameras, and there were locked windows and doors and all the rest, and a great deal of social pressure for me to stay.
Do you think they block the windows not from the people on the outside looking in, but so the people on the inside can't look out?
Had I tried to get up and just leave, I would have been physically restrained. I saw it happen to other people.
Right at the end, we have bro posted up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if everyone decided to get up and leave, like the power in numbers, they'd be fine. But everyone's just so fucking scared.
Executive security.
It's like a boss battle about to happen. That made me want to walk up to him more, bro.
Oh, there he is.
Creepy little fucker, aren't ya? Should I just walk over and be like, so what's this place about? Brigham, you do it. You're the least one with the, Alright, I don't know, I'm gonna think about it.
Stay off the property. What? Stay off the property. Stay off the property.
Why are they? We've done nothing wrong. We've literally just been walking around.
Why was the security so closed off? They instantly saw us and refused to talk to us. But somehow, this LA experience couldn't even compare to what happened in Clearwater, Florida. Because what we uncovered while we were there and found out about my cousin changes everything.
You think they see the cut? They find the cousin?
There's something unsettling going on in Clearwater, Florida. The Church of Scientology has quietly been purchasing up almost the entire
that's what I was saying earlier. They're just gonna buy the whole fucking city.
Downtown area.
Things did get heated at times over whether or not the city should sell a specific street to the church.
We are in a horrible marriage that needs counseling.
That's how Clearwater City Councilor Mike Menino describes the city's relationship with the Church of Scientology.
I feel like at that point, like to live in Clearwater, you have to be a Scientologist. You don't have to, but it's like if you're gonna be like the only one who's not a Scientologist and they own all of the buildings, like you're not even gonna want to walk around in your own city because there's gonna be security cameras fucking everywhere.
For over 10 years, the city of Clearwater has been in ongoing battles with the Church of Scientology over real estate. They've quickly scaled their portfolio from a few buildings to owning almost the entire downtown. All right, we are starting our 4-hour journey to Scientology to see if we can find my cousin that is lost there. One of my family members told me that he's in the Clearwater location, which just so happens to not be too far. So we're gonna go over there and see if we can locate him. After a 4-hour drive, we are only 3 minutes away. This is actually the headquarters of Scientology. It's the biggest Scientology area. I'm also super interested on how tight their security is. How long will it take for them to recognize me? Like, look, right there, film that, film.
Oh yeah, because they definitely sent out fucking emails to the other locations, be like, if you see these guys, they're doing no good or whatever.
It's a Scientologist right there, film. That's a Scientologist. Holy shit. Oh my god. He turned around. Oh my god, he's radioing. He's radioing. Immediately.
You think they just like saw him off rip? They were like, yeah, this, or maybe, no, it's probably because of the camera.
Immediately, the security guard spotted the camera through our windshield and radioed it in. I am so confused at this whole situation here. I'm so confused what's going on. I do keep seeing trucks drive by me very slowly. I don't know if it's actually security or not, or if I'm just paranoid. I'm probably just paranoid. But already vibes are not good here. My game plan was simple. Attempt to walk inside the front door with absolutely no cameras on me except a secret pen camera that was lodged inside a spiral ring notebook. I walked down the sidewalk and up to the front door of the building. But watch what happens before I could get to the door.
See, we're like a body cam? What the fuck?
What's over there?
How can I help you?
Curious where the visitor center is?
Our information center?
Yeah.
After the pink building, we have right there to the right.
Cool, perfect, thank you. Before I could even get to the door, the security already came outside to confront me. But what happens when I get to that other building honestly concerns me.
Problem comes in is that Scientology is a destructive cult, and they have their own rule set. The unreasonableness comes in when the church starts making unreasonable demands of you as a cult member, as a member of the group, to pay exorbitant amounts of money over and over and over again,
Yeah, but is there like, yeah, like the two levels of like, if you're not living there like on campus or whatever, you have to pay them, but if not, they'll pay you the $20 a week or whatever, but you have to live in with them. Like, it's where I'm like confused. It's like, what?
restitution for your confessed crimes in those confessionals with monetary restitution, right? And amends that you have to do.
Yeah, but if you're living with them, you work for them, and they pay $20 a week, how are you going to give them money?
Kind of leverage.
Oh, it's probably either giving them your money or your time.
Leveraging.
Or yourself, basically, not even your time. You just like give up you.
Of people in the group is an everyday occurrence there.
This is just one example that Chris brought up, but watch what happens when I pulled up to the informational center. Oh, hey, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Curious if I could do like an audit or whatever. The
spiritual counseling?
Spiritual counseling, yeah.
This is just an info center.
I love how she says this, as if we're not in Clearwater, which is the headquarters to all of Scientology. What's the process like for that?
You visit a church? Which city are you from?
I'm actually from Fort Lauderdale now.
Okay, there's a church in Miami.
Is it Miami one? Okay. Immediately, they had a security guard waiting for me inside, and the lady...
Yeah, but why wouldn't she just be like, yeah, they'll just go across the street, and you can do our personality test there.
He was very passive-aggressive with
Every
me.
org has a book. It's a big 3-ring binder, normally maybe more than one. And if you were to open it, you'd think it was just a bunch of mugshots, because it's just pictures of church critics who have shown up at churches. So it could have just been your face, right?
What's the process like to get started?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're definitely sending out emails and all that shit.
I mean, if you ask them, there's like, you should know something about it, so it's good to read a book about what auditing.
Scientology early on was an affordable system and something that anybody could do, and it was priced that way. It wasn't until the late 1970s and early 80s with the stagflation of the 70s and that Scientology became a really expensive thing to do. And the higher up you go, the more expensive it becomes.
Go for divisional staff, divisional head executive.
You could register services in the hundreds of dollars. Now those same services are tens of thousands of dollars.
Chris and I sat there for about 30 minutes going over the cost of everything. And according to...
Yeah, they'll only pay him $20 a week.
His estimates. So right there we have $246,000.
There you go.
That's how much you have to give them? Just like basic? Because I know I've seen things where you can give them like tens of millions of dollars.
And OT7 is never, ever finished earlier than 3 years.
Yeah, so I bought Dianetics.
Okay.
And I've been to the Miami one.
Okay.
And I was like...
And you didn't ask them?
It just kind of stagnated.
Is that a camera on your phone?
My phone? My pen?
On your pen?
You guys are trained for the cameras?
I don't know, it looks like a camera.
That's crazy. It was like 5 seconds. It's only 5 seconds. I was inside that building for about...
it makes me just like so uncomfortable, bro. It's just so weird.
10 seconds before she realized I had a camera on a pen, which, mind you, was extremely hard to spot.
Not even see
and she told me to leave the building. Standing right outside. This is crazy. 5 seconds. At this point, I was more shocked at how fast they knew it was me, and I didn't really know what to think. I can't even get through the door. Let's see if they send their little security out to stop me. It's radioing back up.
There's all kinds of, damaging things going on at all levels of Scientology. There is another rundown called Cause Resurgence Rundown. And there's a big, round, huge open space, and people just walk or run. They're supposed to jog, run. And for, I believe it's 5 hours a day, you are doing this running, walking, jogging thing. And you're told that this is bringing you to a state of exteriorization where the thetan is popping out of the body.
So you have to run around a pole for 5 hours a day? What, so 5 hours a day running around a pole, 5 hours a day in the sauna? What the fuck?
I was gonna say, I feel like a regular civilian going into it, if you were to tell them, oh, if you run in a circle, these entities are gonna leave you, I feel like most people tell you you're crazy. So how do they get to that point?
Of course,
that's what I'm saying. How do you justify this? Because there has to be some sort of justification in your mind to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this.
Because that's why Bridge to Total Freedom is a selection distribution system that selects out those people who aren't going to believe.
I was based off your personality test, you get assigned to a specific pathway.
This and selects for those who will. They will get emotionally hooked and eventually, through the system of indoctrination, become morally hooked into a belief system that is, in a way, can be described as a totalist system.
So it appears now I'm being followed. They're scared that I might speak to some of the people here. But I'm just going to look at...
They're not even on the Scientology, I would say property. I guess if they own the whole entire city of Clearwater, but they're not even by the building anymore.
The nice artwork that's on display here. Are Scientologists misunderstood?
You need to button up that shirt, pal.
By the general public.
It's a destructive cult that operates beyond their ability to understand what's happening to them. And that's not some slight or insult on them. It doesn't mean they're stupid people.
No, it's not. I don't think it's on the people who are members, because they get roped into it and it's total manipulation. So I wouldn't fault them for it. It's a horrible thing, but it's the people who are at the top. They know exactly what they're doing. They're collecting all the money. They're paying these people $20 a week when to be a part of this, it's at least $250,000. If you want to fully ascend or whatever, you have to pay them tens of millions of dollars. It's actually insane.
It doesn't mean there's something wrong with them. And I really want to stress these words because this is important. They have been successfully lied to. And
that's what I'm saying. It's a shame.
It's really that simple. And until you find out,
when I say higher ups, I'm not talking security. I'm not I think even the security and you have to go to the way top until it's okay, we know exactly what we're doing. But the security and those bosses, they just think they're doing the right thing because that's what they've been taught, because they've probably been in it their whole entire lives.
You don't know. And you're operating as though this is a true thing you were told, which is not true.
Yeah, because there has to be some sort of logic or justification. So in their mind, it's okay to do what they do.
And a second somebody lets you know and it really comes home to you, oh my God. And nobody feels worse about it than you do.
He's herding his sheep. He's a shepherd for his sheep. He's just going far away enough to where he's not technically harassing me. Oh my fucking God. Don't even tell me. He's doing his rounds.
People like to judge others and think that they're stupid or weaker, less moral fiber or something. None of that has anything to do with why people get into cults.
And this conversation made me think back to...
Yeah, no one plans on joining a cult. No one wants to, no one plans on it, but it's also, You just get slowly sucked up and roped into it.
My cousin. Chris made it clear as to how complicated Scientology actually is, but he also explains something else.
What a cult is doing is not just messing with you emotionally, but it's messing with you morally. It's messing with your idea of what's right and wrong in the world, what's good.
And that's how it's so hard to get out of it. And that's why no one revolts, because it's like the ideas and the ideologies you have in your head is what has been placed onto you over a certain period of time. They're your family. They give you everything you need. Their thought process is your thought process. So it's so hard to get out.
Bad in the world, how you think about these things. And over time, it messes with your very idea of what a good world is, what world that makes sense is.
Guys, he's standing on a public sidewalk right now. He's recording from the public sidewalk. So you could just talk to me, man. You don't gotta stalk me from a distance.
Like, it's so weird. It's so weird to me, just like creeping around.
You know what I mean? It's like kind of weird. How are you? What's up?
Where the fuck did that guy come from? What?
Uh-oh.
You just take a picture of him? So you just took a picture of him and left?
Our moral system is what keeps order in place for us. And for a cult, they're all about compliance.
This is not real, bro.
And that's why somebody slowly, gradually, over time, becomes a very different version of themselves.
You want one with me smiling or straight?
Yeah, it's like you're not even you at a certain point, because like I said, your idea, like the thoughts that are going on in your head is what's been placed onto you over a certain period of time.
Face, you can get another one close up. Close up one.
It's like you're still in your body, but your mind's not even yours anymore.
Like head-on center portrait style would be good. I usually do charge.
And obviously you can come back from that, but it'll take a long time to get fully back to you, because you almost lose yourself in that process.
People for my portrait. Seems I might have gotten scammed there. I asked Chris why my cousin might not talk to us, and his explanation actually made a lot of sense.
So the rest of the family's trying to talk sense to him, trying to tell him it's a cult, trying to tell him what's up, right? And he's like
he doesn't believe it's a cult. Everyone else does, but he doesn't.
Okay, all of you guys are disparaging my religion. You won't stop. I keep asking you to, and you won't, and so I'm cutting you off. He'll think of them as PTS.
According to Scientology's handbook, a suppressive person, or SP, is a person who seeks to suppress or squash any betterment activity or group, meaning Scientology activities. They also claim that a suppressive person is also known as the antisocial personality. They will give you the label of a sociopath if you don't agree with Scientology and try to speak out against it. And that's where a PTS comes in. A potential trouble source is a person who is some way connected to and being adversely affected by a suppressive person. So if you talk to a suppressive person or a person that doesn't agree with Scientology, you can now be deemed a potential trouble source in Scientology's eyes, therefore putting you on the chopping block to potentially getting excommunicated from the church.
Yeah, so it becomes it's a very convenient tool to
That's well.
create what we call us versus them thinking.
Which explains why us talking bad about Scientology to my cousin only pushes him farther away.
Yeah, because he thinks that he's right, you think that you're right, and you both feel so strongly about that. It's hard to come to a middle ground. It's almost like politics. It's like politics, religion, it's the same thing that applies. It's like you're going to feel really strongly on what you believe. No matter what anyone says, you're going to stick by your values.
But the longer I stayed in Clearwater, Florida, the stranger everything got. Bro just appeared out of a building, out of nowhere. Dude, he comes up behind me, takes a picture of my face, and walks back. It's so weird. It's safe to say that Scientology might very well be the most paranoid organization on the planet. I couldn't walk anywhere in this downtown Clearwater without being stalked by their security cameras and security guards. He's on the radio. I have been here for approximately 15 minutes total, and I'm unable to even go near any of these buildings without being harassed by their security guards. There's bro, posted up waiting for me. I got in my car to drive away and circled back through once more. And as we drove, they tracked us the entire time with their PTZ cameras. They have all these buildings so that they can have cameras. They're just tracking. Look, it's literally following us. It's following us. Holy fucking shit. 20 minutes later, we drove through again, and watch how fast they realized we were there. He's already on a fucking phone.
Bro, I can't believe this shit.
Look at him. He's like pretending to not look, and then he's looking. Like, what the?
It's like, why don't you just like go talk to them? It's like, why do you have to stand out awkwardly? I mean, I know he's in a car now, but even like when you stand on the streets, like you couldn't just like go up to him and talk to him.
Like, what is this? And as we left Clearwater, the entire time we were under heavy surveillance by their church.
Yeah, it's following.
How many people do you think they have watching those cameras?
I am.
I'm not exaggerating. This is how tight their security is. As we're coming to a close with all of this, I need to leave you with something. We have been filming this video for about 2 years now, on and off, and there is so much more that we uncovered. I literally couldn't fit it all in this video. It wouldn't have made sense together. Also, huge shout out to Chris Shelton for sharing his story with us. His entire testimony is in a book that he wrote, Scientology A to Z, where he goes really in depth. I highly recommend you check it out. And as for my cousin, I unfortunately haven't heard from him. My family hasn't heard from him either. He is still a Scientologist.
It's so fucking sad, man. It's like, unless he gets out of Scientology and he sees how that he was manipulated, they'll probably never talk.
I don't know where he is. He's actually way older than me, so I'd only see him on certain holidays. But anyway, if you're watching this, my cousin, you know who you are. Please reach out to us. Please reach out to my side of the family. We'd love to talk, make sure you're okay. And just consider how long you've been in this group and how high you've ranked up and how much money you've spent.
Yeah, but do you think he has access to like a phone? I know it sounds crazy, but like, does he? Like, it's almost like how like North Korea, they don't let him have access to anything outside of North Korea.
At this place. Has it really benefited you? Subscribe. It is my lifelong goal of hitting 1 million subscribers before 2027. I love you guys.
Shout out Matt for that video. Good fucking video.